As my children and I make these mason jar olive oil lamps, let's talk about cleaning up our light environments in our homes, especially in these fall and winter months that we are all entering into. So this is something I've been working on for almost a year in our home. So this will be the first fall months where the time changes that I've set the goal of no overhead lighting after the sun sets, keeping our home very dim in the evenings. We've always used lamps, but with harsh LED bright white bulbs, and I would just simply turn on overhead lights for cooking dinner, bath time, and we allowed a lot more movie nights with lots of blue light in our children's eyes in those fall and winter months when we were coming in from the outdoors sooner. But since learning more about light being one of the most overlooked principles of health and good sleep, I've been working to change all of that over this past 8-ish months, going on a year. Most families will notice more symptoms in the fall, and this is something that I put together once learning all of this. Think bedwetting, picky eaters, behavioral changes, etc. All of this seems to come up more in the darker fall and winter months. And this is all simply because our light environments in our homes are a mismatch for our hormonal health, circadian rhythms, and the energy our bodies are trying to create. Because sleep requires energy, and we are constantly putting ourselves under harsh lighting. We are draining that energy that we have hopefully gotten from the sun throughout the day, which makes it harder to sleep and rest and rejuvenate in these fall and winter months. The morning and midday overhead sunlight emits blue light that is essential for retinal stimulation, which suppresses melatonin and stimulates cortisol. The result of this is alertness during the daytime. We switch that and have all the blue light wavelength at night. That is when we are alert at nighttime and not sleeping well. Contrarily, the red light wavelengths that are emitted through the evening and sunset, also fires, candles, this stimulates melatonin and reduces cortisol in our body. The result of this is rest, relaxation, and a regulated nervous system. However, our modern lifestyles typically mean we go inside at dark in the winter and fall months, turn on blue overhead lights for dinner and the rest of our evening. Then we wonder why our children are picky at the table when the light signals overhead are creating mixed signals for their bodies. Studies have shown that hunger and digestion signals work best in a regulated light environment. And are we offering that to our children in the evenings? The same exact thing goes for bedtime routines. Are we turning on these harsh overhead lights for bath time, for book time? And then we question why our children are having a hard time sleeping or staying asleep, or they're experiencing symptoms while they're sleeping like snoring, mouth breathing, bedwetting, night terrors, all of the common symptoms that we see in children today. Since cleaning up our light environment in our home, our bedtime has gone from about 8 or 9 for our children to them barely being able to keep their eyes awake after the sun sets. Since we have kind of synced them up to the natural light cycles that God has given to us through the sun and the moon. So these mason jar olive oil lamps are super easy to make, and I will link the basic tutorial we followed and the idea where I got this from. But to sum it up, we chose some seasonal fall and winter Christmassy decor, added these elements of nature to a jar, filled the jar mostly with water, then topped off the jars with about 1 to 2 inches of oil. I purchased these floating wicks off Amazon, and my children added 1 to each jar. This allows the olive oil to burn, and these burn for quite a while. It's kind of difficult to get good video footage in the dark, but these have been perfect for scattering around our home in the evenings for dinner time, washing dishes, bath times. We have also implemented red light bulbs in our lamps, keeping our lamps as low as possible to the ground, not using overhead lighting, and not using blue light or screens after sunset, minus 1 Friday night movie night per month. And I'll tell you, those nights we let them watch the movie once a month, I can tell a total difference in bedtime routine. So let me know if you have cleaned up or you're looking to clean up some of your light environment in your home for this upcoming fall and winter months. I hope you enjoyed watching us make these olive oil lamps. They are so fun to make and they're so beautiful scattered around your home. It would also make a great last minute Christmas gift idea. So let me know if you try one, and I will talk to y'all soon.